2003, I brought my sister over here to Reading and Leeds Festival with us, and that was the first time any member of my family got to experience what happens with this band outside of the United States, and so that was really awesome. And then like 2014, my girlfriend came over to Download Festival with us, and like that was one of the cool things. I mean, it's like we had been together for well over a year, but I think that was us playing at Download was maybe only the third time that she'd ever seen us play. And so for her third Bowling for Soup show, she saw us in front of 80,000 people. And so like that was like, I think maybe more special to me than it was to her, because it was like, look, I get to show off like this in front of my new lady. But those were both very cool times. Different people for different reasons will be heroes, like I don't know that, like, in the last couple of years if I've gained any new ones, but I've gained enormous, even more respect for older ones, like my grandfather, for instance. Like, just seeing him, my grandmother passed away last year, and just like watching the way that he's held himself together through that entire situation, whereas I fell completely apart, and watching the way that he's dealt with that, I just gives me so much more respect for him. And that was a 60-year relationship right there, and I just can't even imagine losing something like that, To have a steady paycheck. At 24, things were just starting to go well for Bowling for Soup, and it was right at, it was a very exciting time. That was the exact year that it started to look like, okay, something might actually happen here, like we're going to be able to do this and actually make a living doing it. And it was I was 24 when I had my last real job, and was able to quit and start making a living doing music. So I thought I was being funny saying steady paycheck, but yeah, that actually was the year that happened. Well, I think it's I think musicians use music as a way to run away and to run towards at the same time certain things, because I mean it's a great escape. We used to many years ago, we used to yell at our management. It was about we don't want to come home, we don't want to be at home, we want to be on the road constantly. And and there were many years where we were on the road like 300 plus days a year, and so we were never home, and which, number one, made us way better at what we do. Number two, made us old and jaded really, really quickly because, you know, you start getting road grizzled after a while of doing that. But you know, I've definitely used the music excuse to run from several things, actually, in my life, and a couple of people as well. So. Busy social situations. Like I picked a hell of a career for someone who has somewhat crippling social anxiety. Like I can't handle crowds. I don't like busy shopping malls and things like that. Like it really freaks me out quite a bit. So yeah, that's one of those situations that would absolutely have me quiet. But as far as like meeting people, I don't really get starstruck too much, but then at the same time I don't try to meet people that I tend to kind of idol worship, because I would hate to be disappointed if they were assholes. and so I try to keep all of my idols at arm's length, I guess, you know. And it's like there are times that we've had opportunity to meet some folks that I absolutely worship, but I refuse to do it, because if I would be so devastated if they didn't think I was cool. Or something like that, you know? Well, when we did our last tour here in 2013, we weren't sure what the future of Bowling for Soup would be. We weren't sure if there was a future of Bowling for Soup at that point, and that's why we did the farewell tour, because we were coming over and it was like you know, we at least owe them one more, and so yeah, I mean, things were absolutely simmering down at that point, and then we got it all figured out, and now we're back and going just as strong as ever. I hope so, because I mean, you know, like especially that one. Because when I wrote "Guard My Heart," like that was like a very specific person and a very specific time, you know, and it's like I hope that when people listen to our songs that the idea isn't too convoluted for them to understand what's going on. I mean, I think both Jarrett and I write fairly straightforward stuff. You know, it's there's nothing too much hidden in the poetry there, and so I hope that fans are able to see from the eyes that we look through. Well, you know, just I don't know that I've learned anything new, but just a more fortified appreciation of what we have together as four guys, and beyond that, you know, with our crew and our management. I mean, like, we have always treated this like a family situation, and everyone involved from the bottom to the top is one of my best friends in the entire world, and so you know, just to still be able to be to have that and be part of that family and that community vibe that we have is just absolutely amazing. I think, you know, that whole, I think that line means less we're not here to change the world than it means we're not here to try and reinvent the wheel, but we would like to change the world by putting smiles on people's faces, you know, and that's our contribution to society, and you know, people that actually get out and do more than that, you know, I have great appreciation for, but the best way that we know how to do good for humanity is to make people smile. I mean, I dare you to come to a Bowling for Soup concert and leave without a smile on your face. I absolutely dare you to do it, because I don't think it's possible, to be honest. No, I don't think that anything that we have wanted, or especially for me, anything that I've wanted has changed at all. Like, I want to have fun with my friends and be able to do this for as long as it's feasible without running it into the ground and becoming a mockery of ourselves, you know. And, you know, outside the band, I still want the people that love me to love me, and, you know, that kind of thing. So no, I don't think anything has really changed since the beginning, but I don't think that any of us have ever been really complicated, super complicated people with all of our wants and desires. Everybody just wants to be happy and try to pursue this and make it, you know, make our dreams come true. You are the catalyst.